What if I told you that every decision you make, every goal you pursue, and every dream you chase can be understood through a single psychological framework developed over 70 years ago? Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs remains one of the most influential theories in psychology, yet most people only know it as that pyramid they glimpsed in a textbook. Today, we are going to explore why this deceptively simple model continues to shape how we understand human motivation and behavior. Abraham Maslow, working in the mid-20th century, was frustrated with psychology's focus on mental illness and dysfunction. He wanted to understand what made people thrive, not just survive. Through his observations of remarkable individuals like Albert Einstein, Eleanor Roosevelt, and Frederick Douglass, Maslow developed a revolutionary idea: human needs form a hierarchy, and we are motivated to fulfill these needs in a predictable sequence. Picture a pyramid with 5 distinct levels. At the foundation, we find physiological needs, the non-negotiables of human existence. Food, water, shelter, sleep, and basic bodily functions occupy this foundational tier. Maslow argued that when these needs aren't met, they dominate our consciousness entirely. A person struggling with hunger isn't contemplating their life's purpose. They're focused on their next meal. This seems obvious, but Maslow's insight was recognizing that once these needs are reasonably satisfied, they cease to motivate behavior, and we naturally progress upward. The second level encompasses safety needs, our desire for security, stability, and protection from harm. This includes physical safety, certainly, but extends to financial security, health, and freedom from anxiety about the future. Consider how the COVID-19 pandemic drove millions of people back to this level, as job security and health concerns suddenly took precedence over previously important goals. When safety needs are threatened, we reorganize our priorities accordingly. Once we feel reasonably safe and secure, love and belonging needs emerge as primary motivators. Humans are fundamentally social creatures, and we crave meaningful relationships, acceptance by others, and a sense of belonging to something larger than ourselves. This level encompasses romantic relationships, friendships, family connections, and group memberships. The rise of social media can be understood partly as an expression of these needs, our digital age search for connection and belonging. The fourth level introduces esteem needs, which Maslow divided into 2 categories: esteem from others and self-esteem. We need recognition, respect, and appreciation from those around us, but we also require an internal sense of competence, achievement, and self-worth. This is where we see the drive for accomplishment, mastery of skills, and the pursuit of goals that bring us respect and recognition. Many career ambitions and personal achievements are motivated by esteem needs. At the pyramid's apex sits self-actualization, perhaps Maslow's most intriguing concept. Self-actualized individuals have transcended the lower needs and are motivated by growth, creativity, and the realization of their full potential. They're not driven by deficiencies but by what Maslow called being needs. These people tend to be autonomous, accepting of themselves and others, and focused on problems outside themselves. They experience what Maslow termed peak experiences, moments of transcendence, creativity, and profound fulfillment. But here's where Maslow's theory becomes particularly fascinating. The hierarchy isn't a rigid ladder. People can operate at multiple levels simultaneously, and life circumstances can cause us to revisit lower levels even after progressing upward. A successful executive operating at the esteem level might suddenly focus on safety needs during a health crisis, or someone pursuing self-actualization might temporarily retreat to belonging needs during a relationship crisis. The real-world applications of this framework are remarkable. In the workplace, effective managers understand that different employees are motivated by different levels of the hierarchy. Offering professional development opportunities to someone worried about job security might be ineffective, while providing team-building experiences could powerfully motivate someone whose basic needs are met but who craves belonging. Educators use Maslow's insights to recognize that students struggling with basic needs, hunger, unsafe home environments, or social isolation, will have difficulty focusing on learning objectives. Schools implementing breakfast programs or anti-bullying initiatives are essentially addressing lower hierarchy needs to enable higher-level learning. In personal relationships, understanding the hierarchy helps us recognize why conflicts arise. Partners operating at different levels of the hierarchy may have fundamentally different priorities and motivations, leading to misunderstandings that seem inexplicable without this framework. Maslow's theory has faced criticism over the decades. Some argue it's too culturally specific, others question the rigid hierarchy, but its enduring influence speaks to a fundamental truth about human nature. We are complex beings driven by multiple needs, and understanding these needs helps us make sense of our own behavior and that of others. The next time you find yourself puzzled by someone's motivations or struggling to understand your own shifting priorities, consider Maslow's pyramid. Where are you operating? What needs are calling for attention? This simple question might unlock profound insights into the complex machinery of human motivation. Subscribe to Psychology. Theories Explained for more insights into the minds that shaped our understanding of human behavior.